All right, let's do this. Time for another yard sale day. This is, I guess, week 3 or week 4, however you want to call it, but we'll call it week 3. There's a bunch of yard sales, hoping to find some cool action figures, video games. I'm going to ask if people have stuff that they haven't put out. I'm going to start doing that more. I've seen a couple of videos of people doing that. Seems to have success. Let's see what the coolest thing I can find today is. Hoping for some really cool action figures or some old video games. So the first thing I noticed about this yard sale is it was on a Friday. So I tend to not have luck going on Fridays to yard sales for whatever reason. I haven't really found anything great on those days. But today I didn't really have much to do, so I checked it out and I was immediately drawn to the back area because it looked like they had some like toys and stuff, but I was checking out all the ceramics too because occasionally I find cool ceramic pieces and Christmas stuff, but as I got towards the back, I noticed one particular figure that looked like a He-Man, but it wasn't a He-Man. It was from Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't know what it was worth, but the guy was pretty chatty and there was a lot of stuff kind of catching my eye, so I decided I was telling him I'll make a pile type thing. Now, after last week's success of digging at the bottom of bins and finding some accessories and, action figure parts and pieces, I looked through this. I thought that might have been an older toy, but it wasn't. But then I caught this bag out of the corner of my eye, and I originally just thought it was junk, but it's a Tycho Quince doll set, which actually is pretty rare to find all 5 together. I saw this tape cassette holder. There was some decent stuff in here, the Whitney Houston tapes. There was a couple like soundtracks like Miami Vice. For whatever reason, I didn't end up getting any of the tapes. I don't know why. Looking back on it, I probably should have. Now, one thing I've learned through my thrifting is coffee cups seem to do well. Mugs and stuff like that. As long as they're in good shape and they haven't been chipped. Now, this was a Coca-Cola mug with its box for $1. Christmas-themed Coca-Cola stuff tends to hold its value, so it's definitely worth more than $1. So I told the guy, I'm going to put a pile together and we'll figure out the price at the end. Now, that board game had never been opened, so anytime you see like an old game that's never been opened and you're stacking a pile together, just grab it because chances are you're going to get a better deal. Disney stuff, Finding Nemo stuff does well as well, so I thought, why not? I'll grab that stuffed animal. Didn't realize it at the time, but it had a couple rips in it that were sewed, but for whatever I got it for, 50 cents. Throw it in the pile, and worst case scenario, I can donate it. Had to check out the lightsaber, and it did extend, so put it in the pile. This caught my eye for $10. I threw it in my pile as well. It's a portable like wine set that you could take with you on a flight. They're plastic cups. Comes with a couple wine stoppers, a wine opener. And then I caught this box of tech out of the corner of my eye. I haven't been searching stuff like that recently, but for whatever reason, I decided to. And I ended up uncovering something awesome. It's a Panasonic Walkman, and it's one of the earlier copies of it, and it's in really good shape. I took it home, tested it, and it is working. So those can range from like $50 to, I saw one online, if it was like bright red or bright blue, like $200.
Yeah, my kid tested them. They just, I don't have anywhere to plug it in right now to show you. I got lots of these if you need more later.
Christmas stuff is always.
Yeah. They're good when you're doing the grinding part.
For the first yard sale of the day, that was awesome. I picked up some seriously cool stuff. Let's have a better look. This board game, it's never been opened, Enchanted Forest by Ravensburger. This portable bar here. I threw in this Boeing Air Rescue Service model. I don't really do models, but it looks to have all the pieces and partially put together. This guy's pretty beat up. Still, Disney stuff's pretty popular. I got this Coca-Cola mug. It's brand new. Lightsaber, this aircraft carrier with all these planes. So many. You can actually play music as well, but the really good finds are these. This Panasonic stereo cassette player. I gotta test it and see if it works. And we've got a Dungeons and Dragons figure and a set of the Quints, which was a doll set from the late 80s, early 90s. And then I got the Encore, how the Pistons got their repeat, Michigan State National Championship magazine, and the Bad Boys magazine. So these are really, really good finds, all for $22. Okay, so now we are off to a church sale. I got Peyton with me. She's gonna help me find some stuff. This church has been pretty good in the past, but it rained last night, so there might not be as many yard sales. So I'm really hoping that today is gonna be a good day. Not bad. Look at that dollhouse. I found something. Oh, look at this. Disco light. Miniatures? Ooh, that's gonna end up finding a whole bunch of dollhouse stuff. Look at that. Ooh, look at that little pizza. Looks like LOLs. Those are kind of neat, eh? I might get that. Golf playing cards. Oh. Okay, so it didn't have as much as we thought, and I almost thought that we totally struck out because someone was carrying around a box of Pokemon cards, and we were kind of bummed. Peyton was especially bummed, but we ended up finding these right off the get-go. A bunch of LOL dolls, $2 a piece. Got Everly this little magnet book. Believe it or not, these pickle strainers are super duper popular. And then right before we left, I don't know if you saw, but that binder was full of Pokemon cards. So it's a good start. We're gonna keep going. Hopefully we're gonna find a few more yard sales. Okay, so now there's an estate sale that I saw on the marketplace listings that they had Pez dispensers. And recently I picked up a lot of Pez and I had no idea how much some of these things were worth. So we're gonna go check it out and ask if they have anything like action figure, video games, that sort of stuff. But sometimes estate sales is where you find like really old stuff. So hoping this one will be the case. What's this, Peyton? Holy dolls. You should grab that bag of, yeah, grab both bags. They're soaked? It's okay, we'll carry them. All right, let's go check out. Now, one of the main reasons I went to this estate sale was the Pez dispensers, and the first thing we noticed when we walk in was that someone had just scooped them all up. So we had to do a better look and see if there was anything that caught our eye. Sealed jigsaw puzzles are definitely something that you can move. One, because they're old and they look cool, especially comic stuff. But two, they're sealed, they have all the parts. So that was cool to find. I had no idea it was going to be puzzle day, but it ended up being quite a bit of cool vintage puzzles. Had a look through the records, found I think 6. It was 5 for $20. I grabbed 6. Ended up getting some pretty popular bands from back in the 80s. Billy Ocean, the Eurythmics, and was more of like a poppy kind of stuff with some old school records in it. But All in all, I was pretty happy to find a Steve Winwood one.
No, I don't. It's hanging on the thing. They're right there. Underneath the wheel covers? They're right on the floor.
Oh, they're in there. Okay.
And it even has the little lamp. Wow.
We're gonna do 5 for 20 on the puzzles if you guys are interested in more.
Oh, 5 for 20? Okay. I'm a sucker for old ceramic stuff, especially dog stuff. It seems to be popular, and Peyton thought that little dog treat was a real treat. I had to convince her that it was ceramic and went with the set. She was adamant that it was a piece of food. The lady told us afterwards that it actually went with the dog, so we grabbed everything there. Okay, so all the Pez was sold already, which is kind of a bummer considering we got there pretty quick. But we got a bunch of Playmobil with a set. I got 6 records. You can see a couple different Marvel puzzles. Peyton got that ceramic dog. Why not? But the puzzles are unopened, so I think there could be value there, and they're from way back in the day. So we managed to find a street sale. It looks like there's about 3 or 4 houses at least, including one guy that I bought McDonald's toys from in the past. So let's hope there's some here. Hold those, Pete? Those. Some Apple stuff here. Fitness tracker. Look at all this stuff. Ooh, look at that. Do you see that glass thing? Mm-hmm. The one with the yellow lid? Can you grab that? What's up?
How's it going, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I like those puzzles. Did you count them?
So, I have a picture of which ones are full and which ones aren't.
Yeah, I think we did all the Ninja Turtle ones.
So one Ninja Turtle one isn't complete.
Yep. What about this X-Man one?
Let me get the pictures up.
All right. No worries. These are sweet.
Or you could just make a detail to cover the whole suite.
Just a second.
No worries. Take your time.
The address thingy.
I think you just put your own numbers.
What do you see?
Oh, it's just a blank.
I assume so.
Oh, gotcha.
Look at all these hats.
No.
These are so nice.
Yeah. I got them from a guy who was like 75.
Of course he was.
Yeah. A little bit of everything in there.
You need a Big V air show hat.
Is that cool?
Hey man,
That
some
is
of 'em,
so sweet, eh?
gotta see what they say though.
This is the one I picked up a while back. Wayne Safety.
Is that cool?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Garbage gobbler.
Dollar's great. Dollar's good. I love it.
What else do you see? Paid anything? These are cool. Pink Floyd shirt. Tigger. The wonderful thing about Tiggers. No, I don't need that. That Detroit Tiger bag, though. Can you grab that?
Here we go. Okay.
That's freaking sweet. Yep. Yep.
So we got. So this one is 100% complete.
And how much is that?
50 cents, dollar.
Done. So that's the same one.
That's the same one.
The same one.
Same one.
That one.
This one is complete as well.
So that's this
It's
guy.
gonna be that one.
Okay. Sold.
So that one's complete. And then this one's missing a piece. So that is this one.
Okay.
This
What
one's
about
missing 2 pieces.
X-Men one?
Now that's gonna be. I think it's complete. That one's gonna
Yep.
be complete as
I'll
well.
take that. You know what the funniest thing is? I just found this at the yard sale we were at like 20 minutes ago.
You should have bought it because this one's missing a piece.
Unopened.
No way. Did you buy it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh my goodness. I was gonna
Is this
say.
Batman one complete?
I didn't put that one together.
So my guy Mike that ran that yard sale, he hooked it up. We got Beats by Dre headphones, which I know nothing about, a bunch of old hats, this tiger bag, and 3 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle puzzles, or two Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle puzzles and an X-Men puzzle. They were like 50 cents a piece. And then he said he had a box full of broken, not working Xbox 360s, and he wanted $5 for the box. So I picked it all up. There was also a Walkman in it, a little mini cassette recorder. Ended up paying $40 all in. A lot of that stuff's going to be easily moved. And I also got a sweet new hat. So I had told Peyton about all the McDonald's toys he had. So she wanted to see them. So I asked Micah if he would show us any of the McDonald's toys he had left. And it turns out he still had all the ones that I looked at a year ago prior. And he let us take a pick through, and I was showing Peyton some, and I kind of got an idea. Okay, so that yard sale was awesome. We ended up going back because Peyton wanted to see all the McDonald's toys that this guy had. And while I was there, I just kind of got the inclination that he might want to sell them all. So I said, well, what do you want for the whole set? And he said, $300. So Micah did me a solid. I got 12 boxes of McDonald's toys. I didn't take them all today. I did take the one box that had all the Toy Story candy dispensers in it, but I'm going to pick those up later in the week. So there'll be a video coming for that of the unboxing of all the McDonald's toys later in the week. But I got them all for a really good price. So those are going to be either getting opened for shorts or sold or whatever. But that was a really good yard sale. That's probably the best yard sale of the year so far. There's might be a couple more today. It does look a little bit overcast, so we'll have to see. But so far, so good. All right, let's see what they have.
Hey, how are you? Good, what's going on?
Hoppy. Hello. So the yard sales today are so good. I got He Sings in the Jungle, and I got 5 books, including old Star Wars book and the Get Along Gang. I asked if they had figures or video games, but didn't look like it. That's where you got to check though, because it looked like it was a grandparents' house that was kind of like clearing stuff out. I'm pretty sure this is worth about 40 or 50 bucks online. Now it's looking like the rain might be rolling in, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to many more yard sales, but if that's the case, I'm gonna go home and take a better look at everything because I got a ton to go. All right, so I'm home now, and that was a really good weekend of thrifting. I got a ton of cool stuff to show you guys. Obviously, you're not gonna see the full buy because I did lock up that McDonald's Happy Meal toy lot that I'm picking up later this week. So that's gonna be like an added bonus video that's gonna be added to the end of this. Not to the end of this video, but maybe on like Thursday or Friday, whenever I pick it up, I'll go through it. There's so much good stuff. I wish I could do it justice. I do have one box here to show you guys that I picked up, but there's a lot of stuff back there. It felt like it really started slowly, and then as we went, it just got busier and busier, and then I hit my guy Micah's yard sale and bought Xboxes, and in that bucket of Xboxes, there was other stuff too that I'm going to show you, and you're really going to see just how much I picked up. I mean, I obviously spent quite a bit when I bought all those McDonald's toys, but other than that, I didn't really spend that much, and there's some serious value here, as well as some great stuff for videos. So that's essentially everything I picked up this week, minus the Happy Meal toys. So all the Happy Meal toys are going to come in boxes like that, and as you can see, that's all Toy Story 2 stuff. So it's all 90s McDonald's toys. So some of the highlights, I'm not going to go through each and everything, but some of the highlights are the Xboxes. These are all broken or for parts, but they're worth about 20 bucks a piece as is. As you can see, there's a hard drive expansion. This was a cool find for 5 bucks. It's the Lion and the Mouse. It's a Gemi, and it's worth about 100 bucks. So that was a good find. There's all the power bases for the Xboxes, 2 Walkmans, some Nintendo Wii games, That guy wasn't included. A whole bunch of puzzles that are all complete. Obviously, these sweet new trucker hats and this Detroit Tigers bag from way back in the 90s, maybe even 80s. The Beats by Dre. Haven't tested them yet, but I'm sure they'll work. Need a bit of a cleaning. The Playmobil. We did find Pokemon. There's nothing really crazy in there. But still, got it at a really good deal. This is an TSR Dungeons and Dragons North Lord figure. He does have his belt, which makes him a little bit more valuable. Obviously those. This is the bag or box I wanted to show everyone. This was included in the Xbox lot, and as you can see, there's a bunch of RF switches and adapters for Sega, Nintendo, some aftermarket Nintendo 64 controllers, PlayStation controllers, memory cards, all kinds of just random tech for vintage video games. That's a Turbo Sega Genesis controller. Those have value. I got this box for $5. So I gotta go through and test all this stuff, but I would say that just between this and the Xboxes, that's probably gonna cover everything I paid for this weekend, including the McDonald's toys. Well, that's just a basic synopsis of what I bought this weekend. What was the best thing that you saw that maybe I passed on or that I did pick up that you're most excited to either see go up on the store or see featured in a video or all that good stuff? I cannot wait to show you these boxes of McDonald's toys. Like, if I could go there right now and pick them up, I would. But I got to get through all this stuff first before I do that. So stay tuned for more content this week. There'll be an update video coming from the McDonald's toys. And I also locked up a couple other things that I'm excited to show you guys in future videos. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoy the content. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And stay tuned because this is only week like 3 of yard sale season. And there's a whole bunch more. And I'm so excited to share it with you all.